Dr. Dan Margolin. I'm a podiatrist, and we service community. Like in New Jersey, it's any patient that has problems with their soft tissue below their knee or bone below the ankle. That's what our license is for.
What is your position in the company?
So I'm the owner of the company. I own the company for 30 years.
30 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. And are you also the CEO, or is it just strictly owner?
Owner and CEO. Yes, I would consider myself both.
How much time do you spend working at the company?
I spend, you're not going to believe it, my company is in the top 3% of podiatry practice in the country, and I spend about 6 hours a week in the company. So it's an exhausting 6 hours, but somebody's got to do it.
And while running a company, what actions take up the majority of your time?
You know, for me, I love actually being a podiatrist, so I probably spend like 5 of the 6 hours actually treating patients, more because I like. And then the other hour is really just administration and looking at statistics that, you know, every staff member, we have 27 staff, and each of them has their own statistic. So it's just overseeing that if somebody's running into a problem, just sort of helping correct them a little bit.
As a business owner, what do you think is the biggest challenge while running a business?
You know, I think the biggest challenge is keeping it growing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not becoming complacent. Like, so I'm always trying to keep the practice going up and up and up. And just in putting the energy into it, always expanding, bringing on more staff. And then when you do that, your organization has to be very, very tight, because any kind of weakness shows up immediately. You know, if you're running an organization that's not tight, you can sort of sit back, you're not trying to expand, and you can sort of rest on your laurels. But when the viewpoint is, listen, I have a specific target that I'm going for and a specific goal, okay, it just has to be highly organized. So I take a lot of pride in that, but that also has a lot of my attention.
Yeah, that's excellent. How do you keep your staff motivated and following the company's purpose?
So we play games. Like, we actually like to keep it at a very high energy level. So as just an example, last Friday we set a target, we hit the target, and the game was, if we do, we're gonna go to the racetrack. And we had our own booth, we had our own area, we had a buffet there, and I haven't been to the racetrack in years, so it was great, you know, so we had a big party there. The next target that we have is, believe it or not, we're getting a limo if we hit this target, and we're going to the Garden State Plaza Mall, a restaurant there, we're eating lunch, and then everybody has an hour and a half, they get a credit card, they have an hour and a half before that limo pulls out, and they gotta buy whatever they wanna get. So it's a big target, it's cool, but it keeps it keeps everybody motivated, and it makes it a lot of fun.
That's an incredible game.
Thank you.
I would love to participate in that.
You're in.
Okay, good. What duties of the business owner do you think you take on in the company or business?
You know, one of the things that I really keep my attention on is marketing and promotion, because that's what drives in new business, right? That's really what brings in all the new patients and stuff. And that, I don't care what business you're in, that's the lifeblood. So as an owner, it's probably the one area that I would never let up. Now, like I said, we're pretty highly organized. I have people under me that really run anything, and it's streamlined, but there are certain specific technical things that you want to keep your attention on. For me, marketing is really a key one.
Which one of these do you believe is the most important? You kind of explained it, but why do you think marketing?
You know, marketing to me, it's also a create for me, right? Like, I actually get a kick out of it, because that's what drives the energy into the business. So I want to be on that, and I want to be driving that energy in there, because it's my business, right? Nobody, you know, I find a lot of business owners or a lot of practice owners, they don't get bigger because they always go, you know, nobody's going to care about my business like I do. And there's some truth to that. But the truth is, if I get somebody that cares 80% that I do, and I get 2 of them, that's 160% of mine, right? If I get 3 of them, right, that's 240%. Hope my math is good here. But you know, so I can expand. I'm just not necessarily looking for perfection. In the area of marketing and promotion, though, because my energy is so high and because I can put so much of that in there, that drives everything. So that to me is the most important.
What company goals are you aiming to accomplish in the future?
So, you know, we are now looking, what we've done is really we've established our organization so that it's a machine. Like, whatever area, like if you can go into the technical area, the doctors, we have a thing called the Podiatry Survival Blueprint, which is just a video series that trains the doctors like that. In 6 hours, it really trains them on the technology of podiatry at a level that you really don't get in school. We just developed that. Same with the marketing area, same with the treasury area. So all of those specific areas are a machine, basically. So now we might as well use the machine. So we want to start buying other practices and actually taking over the world, basically. Just kidding. But you know what I mean? It's really, it's the ability to duplicate ourselves, and now to do that easily. It's part of the technology of running a business. And when you get it down, there's really no limitations. You know, the limitation is here, but that's it.
What do you have, or what advice do you have for other business owners or your colleagues?
You know, be curious and always be like searching for the better thing. And I'll give you an example. I've been doing this for years, right? So, you know, you would think that I would feel like I know everything. But I just read a book called Delivering Happiness by this guy, Tony Hsieh. He owns the company Zappo. It's a shoe company. He started from zero. It sold for $1.2 billion. And I'm reading the book, and I'm always looking for the $1 million idea in that $30 book. And just to give you an idea how important sometimes just shifting a viewpoint is, in the book, his company was almost going out of business. And he sat with his partner and he said, listen, we need a miracle. Like, we really need a miracle to pull this off, because we're not going to make it. And his partner said, you know, it's a shame, because I just got off the phone and one of our clients said he's never seen such great service, never seen such great service. And he's going to refer all of our friends. And whatever he said cut through Tony's viewpoint, and he went, wait a minute, we're looking at this wrong. We're looking at ourselves as a great shoe company that gives good service, where really we should be a great customer service company that gives great shoes. And I mean, it was just a subtle, you know what I mean? It's that, but sometimes just learning one little piece of technology that you didn't know about, one, it can make you millions of dollars, but two, it can free you up from it. So it even changed my viewpoint in the practice, where I went, you know what? We are a great podiatry practice giving good customer service. Okay, but just as an example, right? Our wait times have gotten too long because we're so busy. We've had patients wait an hour. Now, if I'm a really good great podiatry office giving good customer service, you know, you can get away with that, because you go, well, other podiatrists, they're waiting longer. But if you're a great customer service company giving great podiatry, it's horrendous. And that little twist changed my viewpoint, changed my staff's viewpoint. And so it's, you know, one of the great things I would say to people is search for the technology to run a business the right way. And it does exist, and it can actually absolutely change who you are and change what you're doing.